to shop at Sportco, and I'm gonna go and pick up some shrimping stuff because in just under a month, May, shrimping season opens. I want to make sure I have everything ready for that because because you get all of your friends to go, and everyone has like an 80 shrimp limit, and spot shrimp are some of the biggest shrimp that you can get, and they are delicious. Cannot wait to get all of my friends on the boat, and it's not because I love my friends, it's because, well, the limits, the 80-person limit, because the saying goes, it is not for the love, it is for the limits. And, spot shrimp in town. Hang on. There we go. The first thing that you're going to want to get when you're shrimping is a shrimp pot. Here's one of them. You can kind of see it here, but here it is. This is one type of pot that you can get. Let me show you the other type. In that one, you kind of saw there is a mesh net to it, and there's little rings. And so you'll put your bait inside, you'll come through the ring holes, and then the traps and shrimpers, they have a hard time getting back out. But they can, it's just harder. The kind that I really like is this kind right behind me. What I like about this one is it has like a little on-ramp thing that you can kind of see here. And it's really easy to open the hatch and stick your bait down inside of it and get to it. You know, it's just what I've used, and it's what I seem to have better success with. Not that there's anything wrong with the other pots, but two different options for you, that's what you can do. So another thing that you want to do is buy the right rope for the pot. So there's two different options that you can get for that too. The first is just typical yellow floating line. You need to weight down this line and use a lot more line than you typically would, or a lot more line than the actual depth of your shrimp pot. Another option is weighted or leaded line, and let me show you that. So, leaded line is exactly as it says it is. It's weighted line. It's not going to float in the water. It's actually going to sink. And so you don't have to use quite as much. I would say like use maybe like a third more line than the depth of which you are fishing your shrimp pot in. How are you going to know which pot is yours, and how are you going to get that thing back? Well, you're going to attach this to one end of your rope, and then this is going to hang around in the water, and you have a little flag which you have to write your name on. Otherwise, I mean, there's usually a lot of pots out there, you want to know which one's yours. I totally recommend that you put something different, like some people use balloons and they attach those to their buoys, or something else. I was looking for a Sasquatch flag, but apparently there's no Sasquatch flags. Too. So they have pellets that you can use for shrimp or crab, and what I do with these is I get some pellets, so we're going to put that in the cart. Procure crab and shrimp oil. So some of that, you pour it in the pellets. I usually add a little bit of water too, and then also some cat food. They didn't have it here, but they're going to have it soon. Cat food, get the Friskies. I think it's tuna and whitefish pate, very important. The tuna and whitefish pate, Friskies. That's the one you want to add to that mixture. So you soften the pellets with that attractant, and then you add that cat food, and you get this kind of like soupy, thick substance. I'm not going to lie to you, it does not smell the best, but it really attracts those shrimp. So that's something that you're going to want too. And finally, something to put that bait in. These mesh containers are perfect because it'll hold that bait in and let some of it seep out, and so there's smell that's going out into the current, and then when they come into the trap, you have something of substance that they can kind of like feed on too. This is an important piece, and totally, you know, go with whatever feels right to you, but how are you going to get that pot off the bottom and then into your boat? So you're pulling up sometimes 100, 200, 300 feet of rope and heavy shrimp pot. So if you have a strong back in your arms and you're up to it, I mean, you could definitely do it. I'm not saying that you can't, but anytime you pause or you take a break, it's another another opportunity for those shrimp to get out, and so that's something to consider. Another thing that you can do is invest in a crab pot. What their job is to mechanically pull up the crab pot or shrimp pot for you, so you don't have to do that manual labor of pulling it up. I've done it. It is not fun. It's character building, but it's definitely not fun. And things I would recommend that you pick up is some gloves, and even if you have nitrile gloves to put over these, because once that bait gets into these.
Okay, final run through. You need extra buoys, your shrimp pot, the shrimp pellets. Here's a different shrimp pot, yellow or leaded rope. You need the shrimp attractant oil that you're going to add to your pellets, or the bait bins, and the bait bins. And then a buoy with a flag. Make sure you write your name on it, and some gloves because it's gonna get stinky.
There's one last thing that is important if you're headed out on the open waters. Make sure you have a good safety floating device. Safety first. It's all fun and games until you lose somebody. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch my shrimp video.